From ancient castles to abandoned prisons, the world is filled with haunted places, each with its own terrifying tales. Whether it's restless spirits or dark histories, these locations send chills down the spines of anyone brave enough to venture near. In today's video, we'll take you on a journey around the globe, exploring the most haunted places from every corner of the earth. Get ready. This tour is not for the faint of heart. Our first stop is in the heart of London, where the infamous Tower of London stands. Originally built in the 11th century, this fortress has served as a royal palace, prison, and execution site. With centuries of bloodshed, it's no wonder that the tower is said to be one of the most haunted locations in England. Among its many ghosts is Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII, who was executed here in 1536. Visitors report seeing her ghost wandering the grounds, her headless form walking near the chapel. Other restless spirits include the princes in the tower, two young boys who mysteriously disappeared, believed to be murdered by their uncle. Ghostly apparitions, eerie sounds, and a chilling atmosphere make the Tower of London a must-see for anyone interested in the supernatural. Next, we travel to India, to one of the most infamous haunted places in the world, Bhangarh Fort, located in Rajasthan. This ancient fort is a popular tourist spot, but it is also one of the most cursed locations in the country. According to legend, the fort was built in the 16th century by a ruler named Raja Madho Singh, but it is believed to have been cursed by a local sorcerer. It is said that the sorcerer fell in love with the princess of the fort, Ratnavati, and when she rejected him, he cast a spell that led to the fort's downfall. The spirits of those who died in the ensuing battles are said to haunt the area. Locals warn against visiting after sunset, as strange sounds, glowing lights, and phantom figures are frequently reported. Moving to Mexico, we arrive at Chichen Itza, one of the new 7 wonders of the world, but also home to a haunting legacy. Once a major city of the ancient Maya civilization, Chichen Itza is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but its history is drenched in mystery and dark rituals. The Pyramid of El Castillo is said to be the site of human sacrifices performed by the ancient Maya priests. Locals believe that the spirits of these sacrificed souls still roam the ruins. Visitors have reported hearing disembodied voices, eerie footsteps, and strange feelings of being watched as they walk through the ancient site. The jungle surrounding the ruins only adds to the eerie atmosphere. Now let's venture to Italy, where Poveglia Island near Venice awaits. Known as the Island of Death, Poveglia was once used as a quarantine station for plague victims, and later became a mental asylum. The dark history of suffering on this island has made it one of the most haunted locations in the world. It is said that the tortured souls of the plague victims still haunt the island, with reports of eerie voices, shadowy figures, and a deep sense of dread that hangs in the air. Some claim to have heard the cries of those who were abandoned there to die. Today the island remains uninhabited and off-limits to the public, further adding to its mystery. In Japan we find the Aokigahara Forest, also known as the Suicide Forest. Located at the base of Mount Fuji, this dense forest has become infamous for being a place where many have gone to end their lives. The forest's haunting atmosphere is intensified by the sheer number of suicides that have occurred here. Aokigahara has long been associated with spirits in Japanese folklore, with some believing that the forest is haunted by the yurei, restless spirits of the dead. Those who venture into the forest often report an overwhelming sense of sadness and fear, with some claiming to hear voices or feel the presence of unseen figures. The eerie stillness of the forest is enough to unsettle anyone who dares to explore it. Deep beneath the streets of Paris lies the catacombs, a labyrinth of tunnels filled with the remains of millions of Parisians. Originally created to address overcrowded cemeteries in the 18th century, the catacombs now house bones and skulls arranged in macabre displays. Visitors have reported strange sensations of being followed or touched by unseen hands. The chilling atmosphere is thick with the spirits of those whose bones lie there. Some believe that the catacombs are haunted by the souls of the deceased, and there are even tales of people who have gotten lost in the endless maze of tunnels, only to be found days later, whispering about strange figures that led them astray. In the historic city of Istanbul, Turkey, the Blue Mosque stands as one of the most iconic and beautiful buildings in the world. However, Beneath its breathtaking architecture, there are stories of strange happenings that have given this mosque an air of mystery. Local legends speak of the mosque being haunted by the spirits of those who were wronged in its construction. Some visitors claim to have experienced unexplainable cold spots, heard whispering voices, or seen shadowy figures moving within the mosque. Despite its serene exterior, many say there's a sense of unease that lingers inside its walls. Now let's head to Australia, where we find the Monte Cristo homestead in New South Wales. This grand Victorian mansion, built in the late 1800s, has a grim history of death and tragedy. The house was the site of multiple deaths, including the mysterious death of a servant girl and the passing of the owner's children. The Monte Cristo homestead is notorious for its paranormal activity. Visitors have reported seeing the ghost of the servant girl, hearing footsteps, and feeling a sense of dread in the home. The home's dark history of mistreatment and loss has left an eerie energy that still lingers today. Our final stop takes us to Scotland, where Edinburgh Castle looms above the city. This historic castle, dating back to the 12th century, has witnessed centuries of bloodshed, imprisonment, and war. The castle is rumored to be haunted by several spirits, including the ghost of a piper who vanished within its walls, and the specter of a headless drummer boy. The ghostly sounds of drums and bagpipes have been heard echoing through the castle, and many visitors report a sense of being watched. With its dark history and dramatic setting, Edinburgh Castle is one of the most haunted landmarks in the world. From ancient ruins to grand castles, these haunted places around the globe remind us of the mysteries that still lurk in the shadows of history. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, these sites continue to captivate and terrify. If you enjoyed this chilling journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow ghost hunters. And if you've ever visited a haunted place yourself, let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your heart racing.